After creating the frequency table, I'm interested in seeing the relative frequency as well. For that, I am going to add a relative frequency column to this small table here, right? I have the origin, I have the frequency, and I want the relative frequency here. How can I do that? Well, first of all, I will calculate the total number of entries in my data. So for that, I will say sum of all these values, which is 20. So origin 1 has 12 entries, 12 vehicles, or meaning there are 12 vehicles from origin 1. And in total, there are 20. So relatively, that means 12 out of 20 are coming from origin 1, right? That's the meaning of relative frequency. So I will just take this, divide by this total value, which is 20. It comes up to be 0.6. That means 60%. If I now just drag down here with this small plus sign, if I hold it down and then drag it down, it won't work. Why is it not working? Because if I double click, I can see that the numerator has moved down. That's a good thing. That's what I want. But the denominator, this value, has also moved down. I don't want that to happen. To prevent that, I will click, while I'm on this L7 here, so anywhere, I will click F4. That will put dollar signs both to the front of L and to the front of 7. So that now means basically hold this value constant, hold this cell constant, do not change it. Now it will keep it at row, at the same row and same column no matter what I do. I don't want this to be 7, it's 6, so I'll just change that to 6. So now I want it to be held constant at this total value, which is 20. Hit enter. Scroll up and down. So now you see all these values are fixed. This is also now fixed because this is a constant cell value that I don't want it to change. The L6 value, the L6 cell. Okay, so now I have my relative frequencies, right? So the sum of this, I can also actually now just scroll this to the right. It should be 1 because it's the summation of these relative frequencies, and they should add up to 1. What I can actually do is take it to a step further, which is I will now create the percent frequency. So for that, I will call this percent frequency. Okay. So that's basically is going to be the same as this cell. And the only change will be, I will change the formatting of these cells. So if I select these cells, I want them to appear in a percent format. I will go up here under home. You see this numbering format. I can click this percent style. Now they will show up in a percent frequency format. So again, let's update our table with all the borders. And now I have a very nice table which shows the origin, the frequency, the relative frequency of each entry in origin, and the percent frequency of each entry in origin. All right, and so this is how you can get a frequency table out in Microsoft Excel.